Brand new from Arrma, we've got something we've been wanting for a while now, and that's the BLX version of the Grom. Arrma has just announced a Mojave and a Typhon version of the new BLX brushless cars, and these things come with a lot of the features that we've all kind of wanted from these cars to begin with. Starting off, we've got new colors of both the Typhon and the Mojave. We've got some pretty interesting options here, including a pink and purple Mojave. Those colors are going to be on the exact same bodies as the brushed versions. There's no change to the outside appearance of these. All of the changes come under the hood. If you want to see how these changes affect these cars, make sure you get subscribed because I've pre-ordered both of these and I cannot wait to dig into them. We have got a new brushless system that has a 2-in-1 ESC receiver. This has a 25 amp ESC, is waterproof, and comes with something called DSC, which we'll talk about in just a minute. That's going to be attached to a 2838 brushless motor. That motor is going to be cooled by a fan in both models, just like it is on the brushed versions. The pinion gear and spur gear will be metal, just like they are on the brushed versions. Center drive shaft should be the same as well. Things start to get really interesting out from there, though. We've got the full metal differentials that have been an option on the brushed version for a while, but have been kind of hard to come by. These differentials have been a necessary upgrade if you wanted to go big power, so I'm not surprised to see them on here. I'm also not surprised to see that those are attached to the all-steel CVDs. This gets rid of those plastic output cups and plastic stub shafts, which will be really good because this thing's going to be able to run on 3S power, and they're talking about some serious speeds of over 50 miles an hour. On both the Mojave and the Typhon, that power is going to be put down to the ground by the same tires as on the brushed version, though it's going to be controlled by the upgraded oil-filled all-metal threaded body shocks that, again, you could get as an upgrade to the brushed version previously. Horizon's going to be offering the familiar 1400 milliamp hour 2S battery and a 1300 milliamp hour 3S battery. Those are going to be connected with the IC2 connector. That's actually pretty limiting because a lot of people are going to want to use other batteries, and very few batteries are going to be available with that IC2 connector. So I suspect most people will either be using an adapter or changing the connector out on that ESC. The ESC appears to have that same integrated mount as the brushed ESC. It's got the 3 wires you'd expect to see going off to the motor and a push style of power button. This BLX version is going to give you 2 different options for battery and charger. You can get it with the 2S battery and the charger that comes on the brushed versions, or you can get it without the battery and charger, so you can use the one that you already have or the one of your choice. Now, these cars are going to be coming with a brand new feature called dynamic stability control. This is going to be different from AVC in that you're going to be able to select from 4 different modes. The specifications don't really say whether or not this is just going to be for steering or for steering and throttle like AVC is, but they are differentiating it out from that AVC that you can get in some receivers on more expensive trucks. Rounding out the upgrades, you do get the adjustable steering links. Those are going to be powered by the same servo that came with the brushed version. It's a decent servo, so I don't think people will have too much trouble with that. Control will be coming from the SLT2 transmitter. It's a nice, easy to use compact transmitter that I've never had any problems with. Now, speaking of problems, let's talk about the price. Without battery, the Mojave is going to come in at $200, and with a battery, it's going to come in at $230, and the Typhon's going to be just a little bit less expensive than that. Now, that's a lot of money, but if you add up all the things you're getting, it's actually cheaper than buying a brushed version and upgrading all this stuff yourself. That being said, again, this is a lot of money, and you're starting to run into the price range of much larger vehicles. Of course, being an Arrma, you get that great warranty, you're going to have great parts support, great upgrade support, and those are features that you can't really get with some other brands. Whether or not that's going to be worth it to you is something I want you to let me know down in the comments. When you're done with that, make sure you get subscribed, then check out one of these videos.